Have you ever questioned the sincerity of those around you? Friendly smiles, supportive words, they sometimes hide envy or dishonesty beneath a polished surface. Many of us believe we can sense who's genuine, but reading people's intentions isn't always that straightforward. Jealousy and deceit are often well disguised, making those with such tendencies potentially hazardous. Imagine this. You've just celebrated a major achievement at work, and everyone around you offers congratulations. Yet you feel an undercurrent of something off. Perhaps there's someone in that crowd who's masking envy behind their compliments, smiling while their eyes tell a different story. Subtle cues like these can be red flags, hinting at hidden jealousy and insincerity. Today, I'll share 10 powerful ways to detect jealousy and deceit in others, drawing from the profound lessons of Stoic philosophy, a wisdom that has withstood the test of time. These methods will not only guide you in managing your own emotions and finding inner peace, but they're also tools to navigate and diffuse jealousy and deceit in your relationships. By applying these principles, you'll gain strength and wisdom in building and maintaining healthy connections, protecting yourself from toxic influences, and moving toward a peaceful, fulfilling life. Before diving into the details, I have a small challenge for you. Watch until the end and absorb each lesson, as each is key to strengthening your resolve and living with peace of mind. If you're ready to explore the deep insights of Stoic philosophy, comment, "I'm ready for the journey," so I know you're prepared to discover these timeless truths. The first method is to observe their actions. One of the core teachings of Stoic philosophy is, don't trust words, trust actions. A person's actions are often the truest reflection of their character and intentions. While words can be twisted, disguised, or even deceitful, actions reveal what's genuine. When observing others, look for any inconsistencies between what they say and what they do. Some people may verbally express friendliness and support, yet their actions betray them. For instance, a colleague might praise your achievements publicly, but quietly downplay or criticize your efforts behind your back. It's actions, not words, that reveal the truth of someone's intentions. Have you ever sensed that someone's words and actions didn't quite align? Perhaps someone once promised help, yet never actually followed through. These conflicting actions are a clear sign of insincerity, often rooted in envy. As Marcus Aurelius once said, "Don't waste time arguing about what a good person should be one." Actions provide undeniable evidence of character. Take, for example, a friend who promises to be there for you, yet vanishes when you face challenges. That's a lack of sincerity and trustworthiness. It's in these actions that a person's true nature is revealed, far more than any words could express. Watch how people behave when no one's looking, or when there's no gain involved, and you'll uncover their genuine nature. This method not only helps you see through the facades of friends and colleagues, but also encourages you to reflect on your own actions. Remember, our character is shaped by what we do, not just what we say. The second method is to assess their reactions to your successes. In everyday life, people's reactions to your achievements can reveal their true feelings. Jealous individuals often display subtle, or not so subtle, resentment when witnessing others succeed. They may try to diminish your accomplishments with unfounded criticism, or deliver congratulatory words tinged with hidden discontent. Such behavior harms relationships and exposes the darker sides of their personality. As the saying goes, the only person you should strive to outdo is the person you were yesterday. Those who truly respect and support you will celebrate your progress, understanding that each of your achievements marks growth on a path towards self-improvement. Conversely, envious individuals see your success as a threat, a reminder of their own perceived inadequacies or unachieved goals. Reflect on your last big achievement. How did the people around you react? Did those closest to you genuinely share in your joy? Their reactions reveal who is genuinely understanding and supportive. Supportive people rejoice in your accomplishments, acknowledging the hard work you put in with encouraging, positive feedback. In contrast, those who are jealous or deceitful might attempt to undermine or dismiss your success. When you look closely at others' reactions and actions, you gain insight into their intentions, helping you build more meaningful relationships and avoid toxic dynamics. These techniques are a powerful foundation in Stoic wisdom, guiding you not just to protect yourself from dishonesty and jealousy, but to cultivate honesty, strength, and peace within yourself and your connections. Sometimes, people around you may spread rumors, offer baseless criticism, or even sabotage your success. They might make subtle digs, downplay your achievements, or chalk it up to luck, refusing to acknowledge the hard work you've put in. So, when you encounter such people in your life, what should you do? Will you confront their jealousy and insincerity, or keep your distance to protect yourself? Remember, according to Stoic philosophy, we should let go of what's beyond our control and focus on our own growth and building authentic relationships, rather than being pulled into a cycle of jealousy and deceit. Genuine people show their sincerity not only by how they react to your success, but also in their interactions with those in lower positions. Observe how they treat people who offer them no personal gain. Stoic philosophy teaches that respect and compassion should be extended to everyone, especially to those who are vulnerable or of lower status. A noble character never scorns others. When we observe how someone interacts with those in humble roles, we should pay attention to the sincerity in their actions. Truly considerate people, whether in high power or ordinary positions, treat everyone with respect and kindness. They recognize that every individual has inherent value, regardless of status. Whether interacting with a politician or a service worker, they maintain a genuine and respectful attitude. In contrast, those who are envious and dishonest only act kindly when it benefits them, or when they're being watched, often treating people with disrespect when they stand to gain nothing from the interaction. If someone's attitude shifts dramatically between powerful individuals and those with little influence, be cautious. Jealous and deceitful individuals often reveal their true nature in their interactions with the vulnerable. For instance, a coworker might be warm and welcoming toward a boss, but show disdain towards service staff. This behavior signals insincerity and jealousy. They don't respect people as individuals, they respect power and personal gain. Such behavior reflects insecurity and pettiness within. Observing how others treat those in less powerful roles can also encourage self-reflection. How do you treat people in vulnerable positions? Recognizing and working on our own behavioral shortcomings helps us embody Stoic virtues genuinely. The way people treat those who can't offer them any advantage is a true measure of their character. It's also important to distinguish between genuine praise and flattery. Excessive flattery is often a red flag for dishonesty and envy that many overlook. While sincere compliments are constructive, exaggerated flattery should make you cautious. Remember, it's not what others say about you that truly matters, but what you think of yourself. Your self-worth shouldn't be dependent on others' praise, especially when it lacks sincerity. Does the praise actually match the effort you put in? When you receive excessive compliments, ask yourself, does this person have an ulterior motive? Are they trying to use me? Over-the-top flattery is usually a sign of insincerity, and those using it may be hiding envy or seeking to exploit you. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote in Meditations that it's not what happens to you that matters, but how you react to it. Compliments may feel satisfying, but be wary of those with hidden intentions. Excessive flattery can make you lower your guard, making you easier to manipulate. Instead of getting caught up in empty praise, learn to assess it objectively. Stick to your core values, and don't let flattery cloud your judgment. For example, at work, you might notice some colleagues frequently praise you, but never offer help when you actually need it. They may appear friendly and compliment you publicly, but criticize or talk behind your back. Recognizing and dealing with excessive flattery can help you steer clear of envious and dishonest people, encouraging you to live more authentically. Always be mindful of the motives behind compliments and continually affirm your self-worth genuinely. Consistency in behavior is another key indicator when evaluating someone's character. Watch how they act in various situations. Does their behavior align with their words? Talking the talk is easy, but walking the walk is much harder. Stoic philosophy encourages us to observe whether people's behavior aligns with their stated beliefs and principles. This is an effective way to recognize jealousy and deceit. When observing someone, note whether they maintain their values and principles in different circumstances, or whether they change their attitude and behavior to fit the situation or their own interests. Jealous and deceitful individuals often struggle to maintain such consistency. Some people appear warm and sincere when they need something from you, but turn cold and indifferent once they no longer have use for you. Imagine someone who publicly praises your achievements, but then grumbles about your success behind your back. You may notice strange gestures or a lack of consistency in their compliments, and it's not just a one-time occurrence, but a repeated behavior. When you pick up on these subtle cues, resist the urge to judge immediately. Instead, patiently observe to see if these contradictory actions are a habit or merely a one-time slip. This patience is essential to determine if you're seeing an isolated incident or the signs of a broader pattern of behavior. If someone shows a completely different face when you're not around, that's a clear indication of envy and insincerity. Another sign is their attitude when they receive constructive criticism. Marcus Aurelius, one of Stoicism's greatest thinkers, taught that we should face criticism with patience and calmness. When dealing with insincere or envious people, notice their reaction to honest feedback. Those who are genuine will appreciate the input and use it to improve themselves. In contrast, envious and dishonest people often respond with anger, defensiveness, or excuses, struggling to handle exposure of their weaknesses and typically avoiding responsibility for their actions. For example, a friend or coworker might seem upset when you offer them sincere advice. They may feel threatened by your insight or by the success you've achieved, leading them to react sharply as a way to protect their fragile ego. By contrast, those who accept criticism with humility are usually sincere, valuing self-improvement over self-protection. Watching how people handle criticism can help you distinguish between those who are genuine and those influenced by envy or deceit, allowing you to choose relationships that support your growth and distance yourself from people who might drag you down. Envy and dishonesty are widespread in modern life, often hidden behind smiles and sweet words. The methods shared today, based on Stoic philosophy, provide practical ways to recognize these traits in others and protect yourself from their harmful effects. By observing actions, assessing reactions to success, noting how they treat those less fortunate, distinguishing sincere praise from flattery, and considering how they handle criticism, you can identify those envious and insincere individuals in your life. Applying these principles, remember that Stoic philosophy teaches us to focus on what we can control, our thoughts, actions, and emotions. While you can't change others' nature, you can choose how you respond to it. Surround yourself with genuine people and let go of those whose actions are clouded by envy and deceit. This will lead you toward a more peaceful, authentic, and fulfilling life. Another thing to be mindful of is casual comparisons. In daily life, we frequently encounter these unintentional comparisons, and they're not always harmless. Often, they're signs of envy and insincerity. According to Stoic philosophy, paying attention to these comparisons can be a powerful way to identify envious or inauthentic individuals. When someone unconsciously compares you to others, they're often revealing more about their insecurities than about you. These comparisons frequently stem from feelings of inadequacy and jealousy. For instance, if a coworker constantly compares your success with others, it may suggest they feel threatened by your progress. People who often compare you to others may be trying to diminish your worth, making you feel less deserving. This behavior often hides their own insecurities, creating an illusion of superiority. Imagine a scenario where you reach an important career milestone. Instead of congratulating you, a colleague remarks, "That's good, but JN is still better." This isn't a harmless comment, but a potential sign of envy. That colleague might be jealous of your success and trying to overshadow it. Listening to these casual comparisons helps you recognize who truly supports you. Sincere friends don't need to compare you to others to show admiration or respect. They value you for who you are, not in relation to someone else. Ask yourself, who in your life frequently makes these subtle comparisons? Are they someone you should really trust? When you hear such belittling comparisons, how does it make you feel? Stoic philosophy advises us to view this as something external, outside our control. This clarity allows us to safeguard our inner peace. Observe how someone reacts to personal failure. Stoic philosophy teaches that failure is more than a measure of patience and maturity. It's a revealing mirror of one's true character. A person's true nature and motivations often emerge most clearly when faced with setbacks. Those who are genuinely strong and honest will accept failure with humility and see it as an opportunity to learn and grow. They understand that failure is an essential part of life, bringing the chance to develop and improve. Instead of blaming others or hiding their mistakes, they take responsibility and strive to do better. These are the people you can trust and respect. In contrast, envious and dishonest individuals react differently to failure. They often seek external reasons to justify themselves, blaming circumstances or others instead of learning from their mistakes. Such people tend to hide their failures and rationalize their actions, sometimes even disparaging others or fabricating stories to protect their fragile ego. Have you ever met someone who always blames others when things go wrong? This behavior can be a sign of envy and deceit. To recognize these traits more clearly, pay attention to these signs. When they fail, do they own their mistakes? Are they willing to learn and change, or do they simply deflect responsibility and find others to blame? An honest person doesn't hesitate to admit faults and works to improve, while a deceitful one will always guard their ego and avoid the truth. Marcus Aurelius emphasized, "The true character of a person is revealed in times of adversity." This statement captures the essence of Stoic philosophy, reminding us that the way a person confronts failure reveals much about who they are. Take the time to observe how those around you deal with setbacks. Don't let surface-level words or actions deceive you. Have you experienced similar situations? If so, share your thoughts below. I'd love to hear from you. Another valuable approach is to assess how they share personal information. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its own thoughts." How someone shares information not only reflects their inner thoughts, but also reveals the sincerity or deceit within them. Stoic philosophy encourages us to examine how someone talks about their successes and failures. A sincere person will share modestly, focusing on the lessons learned from their experience. In contrast, a deceitful person often exaggerates achievements or even fabricates stories to impress or manipulate others. Ask yourself, does this person appear overly proud of their accomplishments? Do they emphasize minor details to add credibility? How they discuss their failures is equally telling. An honest individual isn't afraid to acknowledge mistakes and share what they've learned from them. On the other hand, a deceitful person will avoid discussing failure, or, if they do, they'll blame others, circumstances, or external factors instead of taking responsibility. This pattern is a clear sign of insecurity and insincerity. Jealous individuals often share personal information about others with ill intent. They might betray confidences or twist and exaggerate the truth to undermine others. When someone spreads misleading or negative information, they're attempting to manipulate others' perceptions and create confusion, a reflection of their own insecurities and weaknesses. In everyday conversations, watch for these signs. Does this person frequently speak poorly of others? Do they often compare themselves to others to elevate their own status? Such remarks aren't just petty tactics, but are expressions of envy and a troubled mind. As we become more attuned to these signs, it becomes easier to guard our spirit against negative influences. Thank you for watching until the end of this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to ensure you don't miss future content. See you in the next video.